Good afternoon, my beautiful friends. I'm sitting in the Starbucks drive-through, which is 3 times as long these days. I guess that's the entertainment for most of our fellow human beings who are trying to stay out of public and not get sick. I've had some thoughts today, and I was just thinking about how um, our path in life, this kind of situation we're going through kind of gives you a different perspective on your purpose and on your life. I recently started a bartending school a few weeks. It's like 3 weeks, $600, and you get job placement also, which is a little more difficult at this time, although it's another trade. My industry, who knows what's going to happen for the makeup artists and the vendors who go into the stores. I mean, they're not even having all the cosmetics employees of the store come back yet, let alone any of us. So I thought, I'll just try something else. I live in Vegas, and that's a quick course. And hey, strangely enough, or maybe not so strangely, when times are rough and it's depressing, people drink. And when times are great and they celebrate, they drink. So I figured, hey, why not? I can make a good cocktail or Manhattan, and there's some naughty names too, I'm telling you. So anyway, obviously bartending, that's not my life purpose. My calling and my direction in life is to be a mouthpiece, a guide, a coach, an influencer, someone who is able to bring clarity. And that's just who I am. Now I'm developing that gift. There's life situations that happen where I've been weak or I've made mistakes, and then I have to deal with self-judgment or just feeling guilty. And of course, when you make mistakes or you make wrong choices, you're going to have a little bit of that where you feel bad. But initially you do want to realize it's not the best thing that happened, but then you move on from it. You don't continue to think those negative thoughts, and hold that guilt. You let go of it once you correct your ways. It's like an indicator, but I was noticing, it seems as though when you're starting to get on your path and you're feeling like you're inspired and you're being led by God, and you're having little rendezvous with people, you're meeting people that are in the same path as you, which is really healthy, because if your relationships are with people who are not going in the same direction as you or are not similar to you in that path, then it's really just going to keep you from getting to where you want to go. Because you've heard that said, that you are equivalent to those you hang around. Even the money thing, you make within, I think, 20% of your friends. So a lot of people who have a lot of friends who are always taking from them because they don't have money or they don't have emotional stability or they're just being sucked dry. Those people with that gift of empathy and wanting to help are literally stunting themselves from becoming their full, whole self, of operating in their fullness. And then they're never able to truly fulfill what they could have if they don't correct certain balances and learn to be mature in their gift. So, and I was also noticing that there'll be a lot of little distractions and things that, even if you're the smartest person in the world and you are wise and you study and you usually make really good choices, you're going to have moments where you'll lose clarity in the moment, because of a person or just an obstacle that you are weak to or weak with. That's your weakness, and then you forget in the middle of it. Because sometimes when you're in a situation, it's hard to have the clarity. But if you were telling someone else, you would definitely be able to come up with the right answer. So that's why the people you surround yourself with is huge, because you are able to get clarity in those moments from people who have the wisdom, who are going your direction, who know you and know your purpose. And they'll say, no, this is the truth. The truth is you are this, that, and the other. And this doesn't line up with that. So I actually just pushed pause and ordered my coffee. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. But yeah, people will come up to you and, oh yeah, so an example of this. A friend of mine, Heidi, had called me and asked me to pray with her because she was just feeling a little stressed at the moment. I'm not going to go into anything about it, but just, I thought that was awesome. And it's not that I'm better or that I know answers that she doesn't know, but in that moment she needed a little bit of clarity and someone to agree with her and remind her of the things that she already knows. It's a lot of times it's just being reminded of the truth in the moment. So, and usually when that happens, I notice that, like right when I'm on a roll, there'll be a lot of random obstacles and people that come around that in the moment thinks, oh, well, this could be good or this might be good. But really, why would you regurgitate the past by starting a friendship that has died or a relationship that's died or going back to things that really weren't for you because in the moment it seems justified or it seems logical or it seems okay, and then you have to be reminded. Because what happens is when we do fall into bad habits or just bad uses of time, then we are throwing a roadblock on the road. And when we mess up a lot like that, we have a bumpier road. Your car can only go so fast when there's all these speed bumps. And so in order to get to your fullness and your purpose, just stay away from the road bumps, or don't put them on there. Don't add speed bumps to the road. Because also another thing is you might lose some of your passengers if you make those mistakes. But again, like you make a mistake, like let's just say someone cheats on someone or they abuse a relationship and they lose that person. Well, because of their mistake, they lost a very valuable person to them. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not forgiven and that they can't start over. It just means it's a roadblock, a bump, something that is gonna cause more resistance, to getting to where you want to go. Anyway, I just thought it's interesting, and the more you really practice lining up with who you are, being able to define your purpose, you'll have a direction. You'll be able to type in where you're going and you'll have a direction instead of just driving around for hours and not knowing where the hell you're going. It's just pretty awesome when you can, number one, identify who you are and identify where you're going. Number two, line up with those who are going the same direction. If they are not going in that path, there's no point. They would be people you are influencing, not people that you're in an intimate friendship with. A close best friend, a boyfriend, it doesn't matter. You have to know who you are and line up with it and go that direction and don't allow anything to sidetrack you. And it has nothing to do with being selfish. It is selfish of you to keep giving your beautiful pearls and your time and your energy to people who are taking and taking and taking. That's actually selfish because you're robbing the rest of the world of you at full power. So anyway, that was your sermon of the day inspired by joy. Choose joy now, because now is all you have.